Hi friends, welcome back. My name is Hemant Jadhav, HOD NTC, ICM Engineering College Aurangabad. In this video, we will discuss the circuits based on different special ICs, design of different circuits based on different ICs like IC 555, which is called as timer IC, then IC 8038, which is called as a function generator IC, IC LM380, which is an audio amplifier IC, then PLL IC 565. Then the IC used in DC voltmeter is 7106 or 7107. So this chapter number is 4 in your syllabus, and this is based on the theoretical knowledge of your second year subject EDC. So after studying the design of these circuits based on these different special ICs, you will be able to design your own timer circuit by using IC 555 at your home. You can design your own audio power amplifier circuit for your mobile phone at your home by using LM380 IC. It's very simple and interesting. Then you will be able to design your own function generator. As we know that function generator is the circuit which generate different waveforms like sine, square and triangular waveforms. So you will be able to design your own function generator which will generate different waveforms by using IC 8038, and you will be able to design your own FM detector, that means FM demodulator, using PLLIC 565, your own DC voltmeter by using IC 7106 or 7107. Okay, so let us start the design of different special circuits by using special ICs like IC 555, then IC LM380, IC 8038, PLL 565 and IC 7106. Okay, so let us start one by one. Initially we will start the design of IC 555 based circuits. As we know that IC 555 is called as a timer IC. The name or number is given as 555 because in this IC, in the internal block diagram, in the internal circuit diagram of IC 555, there are three resistors of having value 5 kilo ohm are used in the voltage divider network to generate the reference voltages which will be provided to the internal operational amplifiers. So that's why, as there are three 5 kilo ohm resistors, that's why the name is given as IC 555. Okay, so in this chapter, in your syllabus, astable and monostable circuit are there for the design. So basically, IC 555 can be used in three modes: astable mode, monostable mode and bistable mode. We will discuss one by one. So what is basically a multivibrator? A multivibrator is a circuit whose output is multiple vibrations of the input or fundamental frequency. Multi means many, and vibrator means vibrations, oscillations. So it is a circuit whose output is multiple vibrations, oscillations of the input signal or input frequency, and whose output may have 0, 1 or 2 stable states. Okay, the output may have, the output signal may have 0 stable state, 1 stable state or 2 stable states. Okay, so depending on the number of stable states, there are three types of multivibrators: astable, monostable and bistable multivibrator. Here you can see the three blocks: astable, monostable and bistable multivibrator. Astable means not stable. The multivibrator circuit in which there is no input signal applied and the output is not stable. The output is continuously switching from, you can say, from 1 to 0, 0 to 1. Okay, the output is not stable. That is called as an astable multivibrator, which has zero stable state, means no stable state. That's why it is called as astable. So practically, without any input, it is not possible to generate any output. That is against the law of thermodynamics. There is a DC power supply applied here which can be converted to the square wave form. So it is a square wave generator. Basically, a stable multivibrator is a square wave generator. Its application is, so as the name is given as astable, the output is not stable. So there are zero stable states in the astable multivibrator, and it generates the square wave without the application of any input signal. So that's why it is also called as free running multivibrator. Free running means no any input signal is applied, the output is generated without any input, and the frequency of the output signal generated by its uh, generated by its output, it is called as a free running frequency. So a stable multivibrator is nothing but a free running multivibrator which generates the square wave. Second application of IC555 is monostable multivibrator. Mono means single and stable means the state is stable one. Okay, either it is 0 or 1. Okay, so here you can see one trigger pulse is applied at the input side, and depending on that the output switches from its stable state to unstable state. That unstable state is called as quasi stable state. Okay, here it is mentioned quasi stable means unstable. So you can see here, when trigger pulse is applied, it may be positive or negative trigger pulse. Initially the output was 0. As soon as the trigger pulse is applied, the output switches to 1. So state of the output is changed from 0 to 1, from stable state to quasi stable state or unstable state. That is called as a monostable multivibrator. There is only one stable state, monostable, and once the trigger pulse is applied, the output remains into its quasi stable or this changed state, or which is called as unstable state, and after certain time it will return to its original state, that is a zero state or stable state. Okay, so this time during which the output of the monostable multivibrator remains in the quasi-stable state or unstable state, that time will be decided by external timing capacitors or and timing resistors. So that T is equal to R into C. So resistor and capacitor network is connected external to this IC555, which will decides the timing, or you can say on time or quasi stable time or unstable time of the multivibrator. That's why those components, resistor and capacitors, which are connected externally, are called as timing capacitor and timing resistors. Okay, next is a bistable multivibrator. Here you can see there are, bi means two, there are two stable states. So as one pulse, as soon as first pulse is applied, which is called as set pulse, the output switches from 0 to 1 like this, and it will remain into its changed or quasi stable state, you can say, till the next pulse is applied, which can be called as a reset pulse. Okay, so here you can see this is the waveform of output signal, and this above one is the waveform of the trigger pulses, set and reset trigger pulses. So once set pulse is applied, output changes from one state to next state, from 0 to 1 here. It will remain into its changed state, that means in the one state, till the next pulse, reset pulse, is applied. In monostable multivibrator, the output comes back to its original state automatically depending on the R and C values. Here we have to apply reset pulse to change the state again. That is the difference. To change the state initially, we have to apply set pulse, then the output remains into the again stable, it becomes stable. So that's there are two stable state. Initially it was stable again, and after application of set pulse, it is stable again. So unless and until you will not apply reset pulse, it will be stable. So once the reset pulse will be applied, it will change the state, it will remain into again this change state unless and until you will not apply again set pulse. Okay, so by application of the set and reset pulses, the output of the bistable multivibrator can be changed from one state to second state. Okay, that's why it is called as a bistable multivibrator. Okay, so application of a stable multivibrator is nothing but it is used as a square wave. Application of monostable multivibrator, it is used as a timer, because as soon as the trigger pulse is applied, the state changes from one state to another state, and it will remain into its change state for a certain time interval decided by R and C components, which are externally connected. So it works as a timer. Like a very famous example, you set the timer for your selfie, or when we use the camera, we set the time to take the photograph. So we can set the time of 5 second, 10 second, like that, and automatically the trigger will button will on, and a photograph can be taken. Okay, so the timer circuit can be designed by using IC555. Your own timer circuit for any your application, maybe home application or your any project work, you can design a timer circuit by using IC555 in monostable mode. Okay, the next is bistable multivibrator, in which uh, there is a there are two pulses, set and reset pulses, which we have to apply to change the state. So it works like a flip flop, which stores the one bit digit unless and until you will not apply the second pulse, set or reset pulse it may be. So the data will be stored in the flip flop. Okay, it is 1 or 0. So application of stable is square wave generator, monostable as timer, and bistable as a flip flop. These are three applications of three modes. Here you can see the difference between three modes. In stable mode, trigger pulse is not required. In monostable mode, one trigger pulse is required. In bistable mode, two trigger pulses are required. In case of stable, number of stable state, as the name indicates, it is astable, means there is no zero stable state. Monostable means one stable, and bistable means two stable states. Okay, number of quasi stable, quasi stable का मतलब है unstable state. As there are only two states, stable and unstable, or stable and quasi stable, so there are two states only. So if there are zero stable states, so out of these two, the remaining are two. So two quasi stable states are there, both are unstable states, continuously changing from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Similarly, here mono indicates one quasi stable state, and bistable indicates two 0 quasi stable states, as there are two. Here we have written two stable states. So दो में से दोनों ही स्टेबल स्टेट्स है, तो बाकी क्या रह गया, ज़ीरो. ओके, यहाँ पर दो में से ज़ीरो स्टेबल स्टेट्स है, तो बाकी क्या है, दो में से ज़ीरो है तो बाकी दो ही रहेंगे, तो मतलब दो क्वासी स्टेबल स्टेट्स है. ओके, so what are the applications? Stable is used as a square wave generator, this is used as timer, and bistable is used as a flip flop. Okay, so let us see the design of a stable multivibrator. Before proceeding further, you should know the formulas for a stable multivibrator design. So before that, you can see the IC555, its pin diagram. It has 8 pins like IC741. There are 8 pins. Pin number 1 ground, pin number 2 is trigger input, pin number 3 output, 4 reset, 5 control voltage, 6 threshold, 7 is called as discharge pin, and 8 is called as VCC. This is IC555. Okay, here you can see the circuit diagram also. Pin number 8 and 4 are connected together, given to plus VCC. RA, RB and RC, these RA, RB and C, these are the external resistors and capacitors which decides the timing. So time constant T is equal to RC, where R is nothing but the combination of RA and RB. The combination of RA and RB, RA plus RB is nothing but R, and this C, these two are the these two will decides the timing. Pin number 3 is the output, and 5 to which the control voltage is applied through an external capacitor having fixed value 0.01 microfarad. Okay, so as we should know the pin configuration of IC555 and features of IC555. IC555 is very popular IC introduced by Signetics Corporations in 1970s. Various applications are there like timer, counter, multivibrators, voltage control, oscillators, etc. Timer is a circuit which generates delays or pulses, whereas counter is the circuit which counts the pulses, and multivibrator is the circuit whose output is multiple vibrations of the input, and the output may be 0, 1 or 2 depending on astable, monostable or bistable operations. Okay, so there are various features of IC555, like it is available in 8-pin DIP package. It can provide the delays from microseconds to many hours, then operating voltage from 5 volt to 18 volt. It can drive the load up to 200 milliampere. The duty cycle is adjustable, and temperature range of IC555 is from -55 degrees Celsius to plus 125 degree Celsius. Okay, so as I told you, there is an external capacitor connected here. So the charging path for this capacitor is through this resistor Ra plus Rb and then C. So capacitor will charge, and internally it discharges um, through this resistor Rb and pin number 7, and there is an internal transistor inside this IC555 through which that capacitor gets the discharge path. Okay, that's why pin number 7 is called as a discharge pin. So charging path for this capacitor is starting from C, then R, and then through the internal transistor which is connected at pin number 7. Charging path for this capacitor is through pin number 7, whereas charging path for this capacitor is through VCC, RA, RB and C, whereas the discharge path is shown by red arrow and charging path is shown by green arrow. Okay, pin number 7 is called as discharge pin. So here you can see the waveforms of charging and discharging of the capacitor, and these are these output waveforms of the multivibrator. Okay, now you can see here the capacitor is charged. Initially the charge on capacitor is 0. Here it is 0 level. Then you can see it is charged from 0 to 1/3 VCC. After 1/3 VCC the charging is up to 2/3 VCC. Okay, maximum charging is 2/3 of VCC. VCC may be 12 volt, 9 volt, whatever it may be. So from 0, capacitor will be charged from 0 to 2/3 VCC. Let T1 is the time taken by the capacitor to charge from 0 to 2/3 VCC, and T2 is the time taken by the capacitor to charge from 0 to 1/3 VCC. Okay, T1 is the time taken by capacitor to charge from 0 to 2/3 VCC. T2 is the time taken by capacitor to charge from 0 to 1/3 VCC. Okay, and Tc is suppose charging time and Td is suppose discharging time, as here it can be shown. Td stands for discharging time, Tc stands for charging time. So total T will be equal to T on plus T off. That means T is equal to Tc plus Td. Charging time plus discharging time is nothing but total time T. Okay, where Tc is nothing but total charging time. From this diagram you can see Tc is nothing but T1 minus T2. Okay, so total time T1 minus T2 is nothing but Tc, and F is equal to 1 by T, as you know this formula. D means duty cycle is equal to T on by T on plus T. T on plus T is nothing but Tc plus Td. Okay, so we will just calculate the frequency and time period of this multivibrator. So we know the standard equation for capacitor voltage. Vc is equal to Vcc in bracket 1 minus e raised to minus t by Rc. Okay, this is the standard equation of capacitor voltage. So Vc is nothing but capacitor voltage. It is equal to if T, instead of T we will consider this T1. We'll put this T1. So T1 is the time taken by capacitor to charge from 0 to 2/3 VCC. Therefore capacitor voltage is 2/3 VCC. VCC as it is 1 minus e raised to minus T1 by RC. So you will get T1 is equal to this value 1.0986 RC. Okay. Similarly, you will calculate T2. So by keeping T2, what is T2 is the voltage required by the capacitor to charge from 0 to 1/3 VCC. Therefore now capacitor voltage is 1/3 VCC. So by solving this you will get T2 value, and Tc is nothing but equal to T1 minus T2. By keeping this you will get Tc is equal to 0.69 Rc. So in a stable multivibrator, as I told you, the R is nothing but combination of Ra plus Rb, that is charging. During the charging there are two resistors connected in series, Ra and Rb. So in the place of R we can keep Ra plus Rb and C as it is. So Tc is equal to 0.69 Ra plus Rb into C is nothing but charging time. Similarly you can calculate the discharging time, is the time taken by the capacitor to discharge from 2/3 VCC to 1/3 VCC. So instead of VCC, you have to write down 2/3 VCC because it is the maximum charge on the capacitor due to VCC. And what will be the charge of capacitor after discharge? It will be 1/3 VCC. So by keeping in the same formula for TD, you will get the value as TD is equal to 0.69 into RC. Okay, so in this circuit, that R is nothing but RB now, because during the discharge path, as I have shown you, the discharge path is through pin number 7, and only RB is in the path of the discharge path, and the capacitor discharges through the internal transistor. That's why pin number 7 is called a discharge pin. Whereas during the charging path, there will be two resistors from VCC, RA plus RB into C. So combination of RA plus RB is there in the charging equation. RA plus RB is there, and in the discharging equation there will be only RB, as there is only one resistor RB in the discharge path. Okay, so total T will be addition of TC plus TD. So by this addition you will get T is equal to total time period T, which is nothing but addition of TC or TD, or you can say T on plus T off. It is equal to 0.69 RA plus 2RB into C. So you can calculate frequency as 1 by T, and you will get F is equal to 1.45 divided by RA plus 2RB into C. This equation is very important. Output frequency of a stable multivibrator is 1.45 divided by RA plus 2RB into C. And consequently you can calculate the duty cycle also, percentage duty cycle T on by T on plus T off, which can be modified as TC by TC plus TD, and here you will get duty cycle in percentage RA plus RB divided by RA plus 2RB into 100%. Okay, if the duty cycle is 50%, that means 50% means what? On time is exactly equal to off time, means 0 and 1 the time is equal. 50% duty cycle means this on time is equal to off time. Here you can see 50% means this time on time should be equal to this off time. Okay, that is called as 50% duty cycle. So if the duty cycle is 50%, and if you keep that in this formula of duty cycle, you will get RA is equal to RB, means both the resistors are having equal value for 50% duty cycle. So here in this table, so you have to keep in mind this table, formulas for a stable multivibrator. Here you can see 5 formulas. Charging time means TC it is equal to, as we have calculated, 0.69 RA plus RB into C. So we have divided into two categories: if duty cycle between 51 to 90% and duty cycle less than or equal to 50%. For the 50% equal to 50% or less than 50%, we have to select this formula 0.69 RA into C, and for this range we have to consider this formula. Discharge time means TD. This is for duty cycle between 51 to 90.69 RB into C. This is for duty cycle equal to or less than 50%. So total time T, then operating frequency for these two categories, and then percentage duty cycle for these two categories. You have to keep in mind these formulas, okay, before solving the problem. One more important thing I would like to tell you before these are the guidelines for selecting the external capacitor if the frequency, output frequency is given. So for a stable and monostable multivibrator, as well as for the upcoming circuit 8038 based function generator also, you can select the values of capacitors depending on the range of output frequency given. So this is just a guideline. You can assume any value, but these are the most accurate value based on the output frequency. If the output frequency of multivibrator is given in this range 0.1 Hz to 1 Hz, you can select the capacitor of 10 microfarad. If it is 1 to 10 Hz, you can select 10 microfarad. If it is 10 Hz to 100 Hz, you can select 1 microfarad. If the range of output frequency is 100 kilohertz to 1 kilohertz, you can select 0.1 microfarad, and so on, like this. So one range is common here. Within each and every row you can see here this, for example, here 100 kilohertz is also here, 100 kilohertz is also here. So you can select 1 microfarad as well as 0.1 microfarad, both values are correct. Okay, similarly here you can see 1 kilohertz is here also and 1 kilohertz is here also. So both the values can be selected, 0.1 microfarad or 0.01 microfarad, both are correct. So this is just a guideline to select the external capacitor. So formulas for these 5 formulas for design of multivibrators in your syllabus only. There is a design of astable and monostable multivibrator, bistable is not included. And along with these formulas you have to keep in mind these guidelines, depending on range of frequencies what are the values of capacitors to be selected. Okay, now let us solve the problems based on it. Design an astable multivibrator using IC 555 with an output signal frequency of 700 hertz and 50% duty cycle. Okay, as usual our regular method is to list out in the first step what are the given values. So what is given? Output frequency is given as 700 hertz. Then based on the guideline which I have provided you, it is within the range 700 hertz. You can refer that table. Output frequency is given as 700. So you can see here 700 hertz is in which range? It is in this range, 100 hertz to 1 kilohertz. Here 100 hertz to 1 kilohertz, 700 comes under this range. So you can go for this capacitor 0.1 microfarad. So as per the guidelines provided by that table, you can select the capacitor value as 0.1 microfarad based on the given frequency 700 hertz. Okay, now also what is given? The duty cycle is given as 50%. As I told you, for the 50% duty cycle, if you keep the formula for the 50% duty cycle, in the formula of duty cycle T on by that means T on is equal to T off. So by keeping T on is equal to T off here, so it will be twice of T on, and finally you will get RA is equal to RB. So keep in mind, for 50% duty cycle, or every time it is not necessary to derive the formula, just you have to keep in mind for 50% duty cycle, that means T on is equal to T off and RA is equal to RB. Okay, so here directly you can consider for 50% duty cycle RA is equal to RB. Okay, so whenever you are going to design the circuit, any circuit, the in case of operational amplifier the IC is 741. Here by default in case of astable and monostable multivibrator IC is IC 555. You have to find out the values of other components which are used in that circuit, like resistors and capacitors which are externally connected to the IC. So here you will calculate the value of RA and RB and capacitor value. Capacitor value directly we have selected based on the output frequency, and RA and RB now we will calculate. Okay, so for 50% duty cycle RA is equal to RB, that means T on is equal to T off. So we have the formula for 50% duty cycle output frequency formula, 1.45 divided by RA plus RB into C. So from where we have taken this formula? From that formulas table. The duty cycle is 50%. So for 50% duty cycle, the output frequency formula is duty cycle is equal to 50%. So here output frequency formula is 1.45 divided by RA plus RB into C. Okay, if the suppose duty cycle was not if it is not 50%, it may be 60%. So you will have to choose this formula for 60%, or if the duty cycle is between 51 to 90%. Okay, so based on this given frequency we have selected capacitor also, and on that basis we have decided this formula also. So by keeping all the given values, you will get the value of RA and RB as RA and RB is equal to 10 kilo ohm, and capacitor value we have selected as 0.1 microfarad. So don't forget to draw the circuit diagram. At last, here I have not drawn the circuit diagram, but you have to draw when you are asked in the exam which circuit diagram. This circuit diagram you have to draw, and you have to write down all the component values. That Ra is equal to 10 kilo ohm, you have calculated. Rb is equal to 10 kilo ohm, then C is 0.1 microfarad, and this capacitor is having fixed value of 0.01 microfarad. Okay, so this circuit diagram you have to draw. Let us see the second problem. Design an unstable ASM means unstable multivibrator. Here ASM stands for unstable multivibrator with an output signal frequency of 1000 hertz and 60% duty cycle. Okay, so very first step is list out what is given. You can see output frequency is given as 1000 hertz, means 1 kilohertz, then duty cycle is 60%. So based on that frequency given, 1000 hertz means 1 kilohertz, you have to select the capacitor value. So again, by referring that table of capacitor selection guidelines, so we can select C is equal to 0.01 microfarad, or you can select 0.01 also, because 1 kilohertz is the option in the both places. Okay, 1 kilohertz or 1000 hertz. Here also 1 kilohertz is there, here also 1 kilohertz is there. You can select 0.1 microfarad as well as you can select 0.01 microfarad also. So let us select 0.01 microfarad capacitor value for duty cycle 60%. What is the formula? You have to refer that table, you have to keep in mind that table, and based on that write down the formula for 60% duty cycle. So by rearranging the equation, you will get this relation: Rb is equal to twice of Ra. Okay, now you know the formula for duty cycle 60%. When the duty cycle is 60%, output frequency is this: Fo is equal to 1.45 divided by Ra plus 2 Rb into C. So by keeping all the values, you will get the value for Ra as 29 kilo ohm and Rb as, by using this relationship, Rb is equal to 58 kilo ohm. Okay, so don't forget again to draw the circuit diagram, which I have not drawn here, but you have to draw this whenever the question is asked in the exam. This can be asked for 7 or 8 marks. Design the unstable multivibrator using IC 555. Okay, unstable means having zero stable state. So you have to design, you have to find out the values of Ra, Rb and capacitor C, as we have found out here. Okay, so finally draw the circuit diagram. Which circuit diagram? Which I have shown you here, this circuit diagram with all component values. This value is fixed, 0.01 microfarad. Write down the value of Ra, Rb and C, and this circuit diagram. Okay, let us go to the next problem. Now this is a little bit different one. Determine the frequency and duty cycle for the 555 unstable multivibrator output. For C is equal to 0.01 microfarad, R is equal to 2 kilo ohm, Rb is equal to 100 kilo ohm. Okay, what is given here? It is exactly opposite of that. All the component values are given. In previous case, whenever it is asked to design the circuit, component values are not given. You have to find out the component values. Here component values are given, and what is asked? Determine the frequency and duty cycle. In previous problem, frequency and duty cycle was given. Here frequency and duty cycle you have to calculate it. Other component values are given. So such kind of problems can also be asked. So again, the formulas are same. Output frequency is equal to 1 by T is the general formula, where T is equal to Tc plus Td is again general formula. D is equal to duty cycle is equal to Tc by T. So based on this, you can write down Tc is equal to 0.69 Ra plus Rb into C. Okay, so how you can choose this formula for Tca and Td from the table, whether the duty cycle is 50% or it is between 51 to 60%. As in the formula, the values of resistors are given different. Ra is not equal to Rb. Keep in mind that what is given: Ra is equal to 2 kilo ohm and Rb is equal to 100 kilo ohm. For 50% duty cycle, Ra is equal to Rb, having the same value. As in the problem, these two are having different values. Therefore you have to consider the formulas which are not for 50%. You have to consider the formulas which are for 51 duty cycle for 51 to 90% duty cycle. Okay, so based on that you will select the formulas for TD and TC, and then we will calculate this TC in milliseconds, TD in milliseconds. We will add those two. T is equal to TC plus TD, you will get 1.4 milliseconds. Why we have calculated this T? Because we want to calculate frequency, and we know the formula for frequency is FO is equal to 1 by T. So we just have calculated T by calculating TC and TD. By adding these two, we got time T, total time is equal to 1.4 millisecond. And now we will take its reciprocal, FO is equal to 1 by T. So you will get its value as FO is equal to output frequency equal to 714.3 hertz, and duty cycle by using this formula, same here, so it is equal to 50.5%, not exactly 50%, it is 50.5%. okay, so this is just a coincidence, it is near to 50%, but not exactly equal to 50%. If it is exactly equal to 50%, then RA should be equal to RB. okay, so this kind of problems can be asked based on the stable multivibrators. So up to this video, this is that's all from this video. In the next video we will discuss on design of monostable multivibrator. Till then, goodbye, thank you.